Already as a young student, in the 1990s, Italian artist Alberto Frigo made extensive use of cameras to document the creation of his action paintings. Having moved to Canada, he soon began documenting every aspect of his life. For example, he not only filmed the process of making bread, but also the very act of sharing it with homeless people. At this time, digital technology was not yet around, and Frigo annotated all his thoughts, dreams and ideas in journals he would make using the paper he found in trash bins. On a road trip across the Americas, Frigo stored his journals in a handmade poncho. He later spent months trying to review them for publication. Having failed to do so, Frigo conceived the idea of a wearable computer to record all his thoughts, ideas, and the reality inspiring them, without the need for post-editing. The wearable computers he built in these years were all quite clumsy, and at last in 2003, Frigo decided to start documenting his life using the digital devices he found available on the market. With a small pocket camera, for instance, Frigo began to photograph every object his right hand uses. His idea is that of compiling a sort of DNA code of a person living in the 21st century. The objects we use can be seen as letters of an alphabet, hieroglyphics that bookmark our daily activities. Frigo uses 75 objects a day on average, meaning that he takes a photo about every 15 minutes. The right-hand photo project has been exhibited around the world in a calendar-type fashion. Along with his work, Frigo has been recording other aspects of reality, such as his dreams, the songs he hears, the places he visits, his drawings, and his thoughts. The artist not only wishes to provide a complete picture of the reality he is experiencing, but he also wishes to allow visitors to draw their own conclusions about it. He therefore initially started out designing a memory cathedral, where each architectural element corresponds to an aspect of reality. To give an even more complete picture of reality and to decorate all the architectural elements inside his memory cathedral, Frigo also began to document the weather. He then found ways to render the shapes he would see in clouds and the wind he daily experienced. While living in Northern Europe and later in East Asia and North America, Frigo also started to document more details of his surroundings. For example, he started photographing the people he met, and he started to pick and make collages of the trash he found on the sidewalk. He also began to monitor more closely his walks and his heartbeats when training. All of these aspects came to complete the memory cathedral he had in mind, with the sidewalk trash representing the floor, the portrait of people, the columns, the heartbeats, the belfry clock, and so forth. Having set out a full palette of different aspects of reality and different media to document it, Frigo started to look around for a terrain where to build his memory cathedral. At last he did find a place in his native Alps and presented to the local authorities the idea to only create the cathedral foundation and let the visitors view it using an augmented reality application. Not allowed to anchor anything to the ground, Frigo started to evolve his concept into an object that could be placed on this terrain without any foundation. It had to withstand the strong winds of the Alps and possible forest fires. At last, in 2021, halfway in his life project, Frigo began to build a 7.6 meters cube, an ark where to stow and show each element of the reality he is documenting. Given the remote location, the cube was built alone with the help of a few friends. Each wall consists of 9 squares. Each square corresponds to an aspect of reality and contains 432 metal pixels. From the outside, the pixel pattern represents the title of each work. From the inside, each pixel corresponds to a month of a particular aspect of reality. For the purpose of interfacing with each month of all the 36 aspects, Frigo began to create 15,552 QR code-like mosaic tiles by hand. Each tile is attached to the back of the corresponding pixel, enabling visitors to use their phones to explore it.